Hello and welcome to this EURweb exclusive. I'm Steffanie Rivers. They met on a reality TV dating show. They walked away from the production hand in hand, and soon they'll be walking down the aisle of matrimony. Clifton, Pettie, and Joy Carter from OWN's Ready to Love and Love and Marriage DC are one of the success stories of reality TV dating, and they're here to talk about it with us today. Hi, guys. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
All is well. Trying to bring both of us in. Let me see. All right, there we go. So, welcome again. And I just interviewed Rashid and Simone last night, and they're
Nice.
sending me messages saying hello to you guys.
Yes, hello, right on back, RTO family.
What's up, y'all?
So, from the opening mixer, guys, to on your first episode of your season of Ready to Love, you two were each other's first round draft pick. And even when other prospects tried to mess up your chemistry, you still stuck together like glue. So, what attracted you? And I know you've answered this a million times. What attracted you to each other from day one, even with all the other beautiful and handsome people around?
Well, for me, he made me laugh first. It didn't feel like an interview, it was completely natural. We laughed from the moment we met. So, that right there was like an immediate, that in his voice.
Our personalities meshed immediately. But what happened was I didn't get a chance to meet her until later because they kept having the guys go over and, have conversations with her. So she was constantly entertained. So I just said to myself, well, you know what? If I talk to her, I talk to her. If I don't, I don't. And then we finally met after the break, and then it was uphill from there.
So now, I know you guys live in the DMV area, and I used to live in DC and Maryland. I graduated from American University, and so I know that finding love can be a challenge wherever you live, but especially in the DMV, where it seems everybody wants a partner with a six-figure income, or even if they're not happy in a relationship, they'll stay in that relationship because they want a six-figure lifestyle. So, what was your experience with dating before you met on the set of the show?
Well, I can go first. My experience with dating, it wasn't necessarily the six-figure lifestyle. For me, I'm definitely not a spokesperson on relationships or marriage. I've been divorced twice, so I can tell you how to get into it. I can't tell you how to keep it. You know what I mean? So like, all I know is it takes work on behalf of both parties, right? And then in the DMV area, as far as dating, a lot of times what I've experienced is that some people do want that six-figure lifestyle, but it's not necessarily that. It's more of optics, right? So, for one of the things I used to do is on my first date, I go out and I'll drive a hoopty. I pull up in a car like, you either gonna like me or you're not. And then maybe later I might drive a nicer car that's, because I have multiple cars, but that's how you can tell, you can weed out the better prospects from the not as good. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. Just to see how their reaction is, because right, if you're just in it for the car that I drive, and that's amazing that people are that shallow that your car is what would make them say yes or no. But anyway, Joy, what was your experience with dating?
I really wasn't dating that much in a 10-year span. The DMV is so small that, your associations are so close in proximity to someone you may have been out of a relationship with. Like, it's just too small. Like, degrees of separation wasn't really there. So I can't really say I dated very heavily in the DMV.
Okay.
And even me too, I tried to date outside of the area as well. So for the most part, when COVID hit, I was living in Miami for almost a year and a half too. So like I was East Coastal,
So a long distance relationship was okay with you, especially with you, Joy, being an entertainer. Are you still working out of Mexico?
No, not this season. Focusing on being here, being present, so no, not this season.
Because I know that we saw Clifton on your IG post that you did go see Joi in Mexico.
Did I?
Yes.
I was there every other weekend.
Yes.
So was that when you look at building a relationship, distance can make a difference? Is that why you decided, I want to focus on building a relationship, Joi, and not necessarily, I don't want to make it seem like you have to choose between your career or your relationship, because you don't, but it is a distance. And like Clifton said, he had to, do his part and come visit, because that was your job. So you decided to just try to stay in town for now.
Yeah, I mean, everything about our relationship has been very intentional. Like if you want something, you do have to work hard for it. And, from the jump, Clifton really showed his commitment that he's here. And, every relationship takes, communication and compromise. And it's nothing like being home with the person you love. So the compromise is an easy compromise.
And so eventually, Clifton, you and Joi, you were on a DC area TV news program, and you proposed. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And when is the big day?
September.
In September. Okay. And what did you guys do for Valentine's Day?
Oh,
We were actually in Deep Creek for Valentine's Day. So a little getaway, but actually at home is like Deep Creek too. So
Yeah.
it's like very similar. But Deep Creek is a place that's in Maryland. I don't know if you're familiar, where a lot of people go. It's cabins, kind of like in the mountains. Sometimes it's snow caps.
Like going towards Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
No,
but
I don't.
We found ways to, still date each other on Valentine's Day. So, small tokens of appreciation. And I don't know if you saw like the reel, we're in a hotel room, but I pretty much put all of these photos of us, like our memories, our journey, hanging from balloons, just a reminder, like, we really came a long way.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't know where it was, but I did see that. So you have decided, so you left Ready to Love, and now you decided to join the cast of
Love and Marriage
DC. Yes. So a lot of people, say building a relationship is hard enough, like we've already agreed, but doing it in front of millions of people is even harder. What's your comment about that? And with it being so new, because the couples on there are on the show already in DC are pretty much have been married for 20 years, and they kind of know each other, and they know what to expect. But with it being brand new, what do you feel? Do you feel like that will help, or that's going to be more challenging for your new relationship?
Well, let me start this one part, and then I'm gonna let him like roll with it. Actually, all of the couples are new to reality TV. So as much as you can think the foundation that you have is really, sturdy and, solid, once social media takes wind of it and what you get coming back, well, that's the test. So it doesn't matter how many years you've been together. Honestly, social media can crumble all of that as well. So you do have to have something, something bigger than that. I mean, we're all new to reality TV. The relationship, yes, it's new, but I feel like we're solid.
Well, I mean, I look at it like this. So we met in front of millions of people. Now we're back showing where our journey has taken us in front of millions of people. So, it's equivalent to me.
Hello.
Sorry about that. So I know you're like, is she still there? So, a lot of people these days, it seems, are losing their interest in traditional, like marriage, getting married. They don't want to necessarily get married. They shy away from long-term commitments. Why is it for you? Why is it important for you to get married and to be in a long-term commitment?
No, that's me. I'm sorry. We found love like over 40, and being married to for us is really. I know without a doubt that there's no place I'd rather be than with him. This is my partner, my best friend. The wedding is something different. The wedding and marriage, two separate things. But being married to him is something that, it puts my heart at ease because, I pray for this man.
And then, do you still want to be dating when you get in your mid 40s?
No.
So that's you're getting older, right? You don't want to have somebody that you're going to actually be with for the rest of your life, settle down with, and be comfortable and enjoy life, right? As opposed to, you're dating this person for a short period of time, and then something happens, and then now you're dating someone else. And I have 2 kids. I want consistency that's going to be there for them also. So, that's another huge point for me.
Well, now OWN is celebrating its 100th episode of Ready to Love, and the celebration airs Friday, February 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Your pending nuptials are part of the success of this franchise. Will you guys be participating in the celebration?
Yes, we will be. All over it.
So, will your wedding be broadcast on OWN as a Ready to Love spinoff, or is that still up in the air?
Not quite sure about that. We haven't had any conversations about that at all. So right now it will be what we do.
All righty. Well, what would be your, advice to couples or people who are still looking for love, and might not have the luxury, I don't know if that's the word, have the opportunity to be on a reality dating show? What do you think they should be doing to find that person?
Well, first, be ready. And also have that love within yourself, because if you don't have that love within yourself, you're not going to be able to give that to anyone else.
And you also have to be open and vulnerable, because if you're not open and you're closed off, you could miss your blessing. So the person that could be right there for you, if you're not open and vulnerable enough, you might miss it.
Definitely. People, as I was saying, people are looking for an image, and you end up missing the person. So any comments on the current season? The choices, it seems like, because I also do the talk to the cast members as they lead the show, and the first person that was voted off, the first guy, was a really good guy. He made people laugh, like you're saying, Joy, and he seemed like he was able to engage in conversation. But because, and of course, traditionally you want the man to be taller than his woman, or she wants her man to be taller than she is. But because he was like a little on the short side, they dismissed him. But they keep people who have been married 4 or 5 times, or have children from different mothers or fathers, and it just seems like you can't really guess people's values these days. So do you keep up with the current show, the current season?
I honestly have not. But okay, I did watch Miami, the first season of Miami, but not all of it. What I did like is the fact that they didn't let people go home the first night. The experience in itself is completely new. People get nervous, and you can't quite judge a person off of that first night. There's cameras, they got you moving here and there. It's probably hot, so I did like the fact that, they weren't voting people off so quickly, like really giving people an opportunity to show one another who they are.
Right. And yeah, that's something that, and I don't know if that's just, for, I think that's more for production and the viewers to be like, oh, somebody's getting sent home. And it does take away from, because people, it takes some time, some people, it takes them time to be themselves. I'd probably be one of those people who get sent home immediately, because I don't really open up. It takes me like a couple of hours at least, or less, more than it seems like they give you, so that people can kind of get to know you. But anyway, it ain't all about me. I congratulate you, and we look forward to seeing your pictures of the wedding, if not the special, to see from it. And we'll keep in touch. So thanks again for your time, and you have a great week ahead.
All right, take care.
Bye. Thank you too for joining us. Now, to find out more about EURweb, you can go to EURweb.com. Thanks, and have a super day.